This video is about the effects of cramming and how it can be detrimental to your studies. But what is cramming? Cramming is the practice of learning or memorizing large amounts of information in a short amount of time. It most often occurs during situations where one must study for an exam or complete a project within a strict deadline. These types of assignments can also be referred to as all-nighters or all-night studying. While cramming may seem like a harmless, even necessary practice when facing these situations, it has been shown to have many negative effects on the body and mind. Cramming has always been a part of students' lives, especially during examinations. Some students cram because they are not confident with their knowledge and skills, some cram because they have a fear of failure, some cram because they lack time management skills, and some cram because they like being pressured by deadlines. I do not discourage anyone from studying, and I am all for learning, but I am against the act of cramming because it does not give any positive result. In fact, research shows that cramming can harm your studies. Cramming might improve your short-term memory, but it can have negative long-term effects. Cramming is an effective way to get through a test without having to invest much time or energy into it, but it does not help commit information to long-term memory. The goal of memorizing information is not so that you can recall it for a test and then forget about it forever. You want to remember it forever. For this reason, cramming is not the best way to study because it requires more effort from the brain and does not produce long-lasting results. Cramming leads to being less prepared for tests. When you cram, you are recalling information in a very short period of time. When it comes time to take the test, your mind will be foggy as if you never read the material at all. Your test scores may be lower than anticipated, because forgetting what you just learned is common among students who cram. One of the most common ways students study is by cramming. Cramming is when a student stays up late the night before a test studying. While this may seem like a good idea, in actuality it can be detrimental to your performance on tests and exams. Cramming leads to being less prepared for tests. Cramming makes you learn more information quickly, but it does not make you remember that information for long periods of time. A study done at UCLA in 2013 showed that students who learned material over a period of time did significantly better on tests than their cramming peers. Why is this so? Well, it turns out the brain processes information differently depending on how it was acquired. For example, if you were to learn a new concept, and then immediately try to recall what you just learned, you would likely get most of the answers correct because your brain has only just processed them. But if you were to try and recall that same information after completing other tasks, you would likely get fewer questions correct, because your brain has to go through all the steps it went through earlier in order to understand what that concept meant. This means that the better way to study is by educating yourself over a longer period of time, and not cramming. In addition, cramming often leaves little time for reflection on what you are learning. Cramming can lead to stress and anxiety. It increases stress, messes with your sleep schedule, and impedes your ability to remember anything for the test on which you crammed. The last-minute rush to learn information that should have been studied over a period of time can cause unnecessary stress and anxiety for students. Many students experience this when they wait until the last minute to study for an exam. If a student does not feel prepared for an exam, then their stress levels rise significantly. Some students may even experience physical symptoms such as nausea or headaches because of their anxiety about the upcoming exam. Cramming also puts unnecessary stress on your body and mind. When you stay up late studying, your brain gets tired and it becomes increasingly difficult to recall what you just read or memorized. When you don't get enough sleep, your brain also has difficulty performing one of its most important functions, consolidating memories. Memory consolidation is the process of moving information from your short-term memory into your long-term memory bank so that you can easily access it later. Cramming also puts unnecessary stress on your body and mind. If you feel like you're falling behind in a class, or feel unprepared for an upcoming test, the best way to deal with those feelings is to talk to your professor about your options. In conclusion, cramming is not the way to go when it comes to studying for your upcoming tests. Instead of cramming, get in the habit of studying ahead of time, so you aren't stuck trying to learn everything at the last minute. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.